Oh my gosh, you guys, yum. Legit, I'm not even joking. I could and probably will eat this whole tray before bed tonight. Hey guys, I thought we'd do a fun little video just showing you how I make Brussels sprouts. Now, when I was a kid, I hated Brussels sprouts. My mom used to make me eat them and I used to call them soggy little cabbages. But I promise you that when you make them this way, they're so good. Not only are they so good, you'll want to serve them like when you have friends come over. So just real quickly, I'm just gonna show you how to make them. Okay, so preheat the oven to 425. You're just gonna take a sheet of aluminum foil and put that on a cookie sheet. Okay, you just take some cooking spray and spray your sheet lightly. Take your Brussels sprouts. All you're gonna do is just chop the end like that and then cut it in half from there. And then you're gonna take the part that you just cut and set that right on your cookie sheet. And you repeat until your cookie sheet's all the way full. Okay, so here's the part that is the easiest, but also I think the secret step. So I take some olive oil, pour it in just a different cup, maybe that's probably about 2 tablespoons or so. And I had 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts when I started. And then you take a pastry brush, and that's the trick. And the reason I like using a pastry brush is, well, let me show you first. So then what you do is you just you kind of like paint on the oil and you just coat every single Brussels sprout. Now the reason I like doing this, because some people have told me before, well, I just like to throw everything in a Ziploc bag and shake it up, and that's not a bad idea either. Or sometimes I know people just kind of drizzle olive oil over it, but what I found with the drizzling is that you end up using a lot more oil than you really need to, and then the Brussels sprouts get kind of, I don't know, too oily, and they just have a lot of unnecessary calories. But, and then the Ziploc bag just wastes a Ziploc bag, you know? So I just feel like this is easier. Usually this is a pastry brush that you use for pastries. And if you have a little bit extra, I pretty much always have this sitting like on my counter because I do this for broccoli, I do this for cauliflower, I do this with asparagus. And so I use this a lot, so if I have a little extra, then I'm not wasting my olive oil. So then, once every single piece just has a little bit on there, you just take, now I also think using the Costco spices make a difference in the flavor. So you just use the Costco, the ground black pepper, and you just sprinkle it on so each piece has, so each Brussels sprout has, actually I like to go like this to get it to come out faster. And I didn't measure that, maybe half a teaspoon, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, I'm not really sure. And then I do the same thing with the garlic powder. Californian garlic powder. And again, you can use, I like Trader Joe's spices too, but the Costco man's one, they just have such good flavor. And then I use the pink Himalayan sea salt. And just gonna throw that in the oven until they start to get burnt on the top. My guess is it's probably gonna be maybe 25 to 30 minutes, but I'll let you know for sure once we're done cooking them. So I should have recorded this before I did it, but basically I set my timer for 20 minutes. These were bigger Brussels sprouts, so they might need a little bit longer, but they're brown on the bottom, so I just kind of tossed them a little bit, but the tops still are not brown enough. So I'm gonna put them in for maybe another 10 minutes at 425 and see how they go. Okay, I might have left them in there just a couple minutes too long because they're pretty darn burnt at the top, but the crispy part is the best. Let's try these babies out. Oh my gosh, you guys, yum. Legit, I'm not even joking. I could and probably will eat this whole tray before bed tonight. If you guys want me to start sharing more recipes on the vlog, I can go ahead and start doing that. So, you guys are awesome. If you tried this recipe, leave it in the comments and let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.